Welcome everybody and thank you for joining me. So with E3 coming up, I figured today would be the perfect time to do a final prediction on what we can expect from Xbox and Bethesda for their showcase. Now we already have a few things that we know is confirmed, but we also have a few surprises that could be sprinkled in between. We have games that we know we will be seeing, games we know we will not be seeing, games that we might see, and games and features we would like to see. So let's just jump into it and see what our expectations should really be. I will be sourcing Windows Central here, links will be down in the description. As most people already know, the Xbox and Bethesda showcase at E3 will be taking place on 13 June at 10 AM Pacific Standard Time. You will be able to watch it on Twitch and on YouTube. So with that out of the way, let's just start off with what we already know will be at E3 for a fact. The first game is probably the most obvious, and that would be Halo Infinite. Halo will probably have the most screen time out of all of the upcoming Xbox games, and for obvious reasons. First of all, it is one of Xbox's biggest titles and also by far their biggest release this year. By this point, people already know how things turned out last year during Xbox June showcase when we saw gameplay for the first time. It was met with quite a bit of criticism that resulted in the game being delayed for a full year. It does make me wonder though what would have happened if they did not receive that massive amount of backlash, but be that as it may, this will be the last big showcase for Xbox before the Halo Infinite release, so expect a massive showing filled with gameplay and visuals showing off just how powerful the Xbox Series X can truly be. The second game I think we all know we will see is Starfield from Bethesda. Although at this point we have not really received much detail about this game, we do know that this will be a big one for Bethesda. At this moment, Bethesda does not really have anything big going on, so they will be looking at Starfield to fill that gap. We have been receiving conflicting reports about the release date for this game, but one thing is for sure, gameplay should be expected. I will be shocked if they only show off some type of cinematic trailer, but those are the two games that we know for sure will be confirmed for E3. But since I spoke about the games that we will see, and will also speak about the games that we might see, before I do that, let me just quickly speak about what I would like to see, and that is something from Mojang and Minecraft. I spoke about this on my second channel as well, but E3 would be a great opportunity to show off ray tracing support for consoles, and if ray tracing is not ready for consoles yet, at least an Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 version of Minecraft. Right now Minecraft is only playable through backwards compatibility on current generation consoles, and this is causing quite a bit of problems. I've made a video about the state of Minecraft not too long ago on my Minecraft news channel, but I do think this is somewhat relevant here as well. For those who don't know, the current version of Minecraft we currently have is actually playing worse on the Xbox Series X than it does on the Xbox One. Now there is an obvious reason why, and that is backwards compatibility. Xbox made all of their previous gen games available on the Xbox Series X. On top of that, because the Series X is so powerful, they said that in most cases games will actually be able to run better with higher frame rates using nothing but the power of the console, meaning that they do not have to go in and tweak the game. It will just work the same way that it does on PC. Resolution and frame rate gets determined based on the hardware that you have. If you have an RTX 2060, you get 60 frames. If you upgrade and you get an RTX 2070, you'll get 90 frames for instance. That is because of the better hardware, just like with the Xbox Series X. Now unfortunately on console, Xbox very quickly discovered a problem, and that is although some games get a frame rate boost, some games also get a frame rate drop. On PC, if that happens, you just go and adjust your settings. On consoles that option is not there, so Xbox decided to lock the frame rates and instead offer a frame rate boost for selected titles. The point that I'm trying to make in a very long-winded way is that Xbox is aware of the frame rate drop issues in some games, however they are not doing anything about it in Minecraft. So this one is a little bit of a head scratcher because Minecraft is a first first party Xbox game as well as their most successful game, since Xbox always do a great job optimizing their previous generation games like Forza and Gears of War for the Xbox Series X and offering frame rate boosts for older games. So far they have boosted all of their other first party games as well as all EA titles on Game Pass and all Bethesda games on Game Pass. So the fact that they are not doing anything for Minecraft, leaving the game to play worse on the Series X than it does on the Xbox One, is very strange. Anyway, this is supposed to be an E3 prediction video, not a Minecraft rant, so let me just wrap it up. I do hope that at E3 Mojang will talk more about Minecraft. There is a big Caves and Cliffs update on the way, so either a ray tracing support or at least an optimized version for the Series X or a frame rate boost is long overdue. I think any announcement along those lines would be great at E3. But anyways, let's move on with our predictions. Rumors have also been making the rounds for some time now that Arcane is working on a vampire-like game for Xbox. We do not know much about this game outside of the fact that the title codename for the game is called Omen. Arcane is known for their first-person games, so I do expect something great from them, and we should be hearing more about this unnamed title at E3. As per Windows Central, there is some whispers around a Wolfenstein 3 possibly in the works. Although nothing has been confirmed yet, we might be hearing an announcement on June 13th. Then we also hear that Psychonauts 2 will be having a showcase this year. I think this should be expected. We have known about this game for quite some time now, and I know that Xbox is really excited to show it off. They even brought back the first Psychonauts to Xbox Game Pass in anticipation for the second one. And then another big game that we have been hearing about and is also expected to make an appearance is Forza Horizon 5. This game is expected to play off in Mexico City, and there is already a bunch of excitement around it. I expect to see at least a trailer for this game. This is one of those games that always pushes the graphical capabilities of Xbox, and I expect Forza Horizon 5 to be no different. Then there is also some rumors of some big things planned for Sea of Thieves and a few expansions that they could be working on. Age of Empire 4 could also show us a new trailer and some gameplay. Along with that, we could also be seeing the Ascent and DLC for Cuphead, along with some detail on Stalker 2. Games that will not be appearing according to rumors are Perfect Dark, Fable, State of Decay 3 and also Hellblade 2. There are various reasons for this, but the most common reason is just that these games are not ready this year. I think Xbox want to focus on games that have gameplay ready, and there is just no way that a game like Fable is ready to show off gameplay. Then one big thing that we should expect is some announcement around Game Pass. Game Pass is the cornerstone of Xbox, and you know that they won't miss an opportunity on the biggest gaming stage of them all to talk more about their Netflix of game service. We have heard rumors about Ubisoft Plus joining the service as well as an Xbox Game Pass family plan. We could also hear more about some games that will be joining the service, so be on the lookout for those type of announcements. But overall, I am really excited for this event, and I do hope that it delivers as expected. But on that note though, this is where I'm going to end it. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing, and as always, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I hope to see you again soon.